The absolute worst thing you can do for your creativity is to force yourself to finish a project. No, I'm serious. It isn't a lack of skill. It's what I like to call craft fatigue syndrome. If you are a diamond painting beginner or even a seasoned pro, once you experience this, you just can't unsee it. We look at a beautiful diamond painting canvas and feel exhausted before we even pick up the pen. So if this sounds like you, today we're bridging the gap from our last lesson. In our previous video, we uncovered why our projects suddenly stall out. Today, we're putting the solution into practice with a literal energy audit. So, grab your coffee, take a seat, class is in session. Let's get started. We talk a lot about the 9 to 5 burnout, but what about the 5 to 9 craft shift? It shouldn't feel like a second job. Now, I know you're probably sitting there thinking, but Deanna, I just want to finish my project. And you know what? That's fair. But here's the thing though. When you use my power grid system to audit your energy, you'll never feel guilty about your crafting pace again. But before we unlock the 3 tiers of the grid, we have to look at the massive mismatch in energy that is actively stealing your mindful peace. So let's just imagine it's 10 p.m. after a brutal workday, and you want to just go home and unwind. What you're not going to do is watch a complex foreign film that requires total focus and even subtitles just for you to follow the plot. Instead, you want a comforting rerun you've seen 100 times, something your brain can just coast through. Yet, we make the exact equivalent mistake when we force ourselves to craft. We sit down after an exhausting day and create a total energy mismatch, which is when we try to force a high focus, high effort project onto our low energy brain. We look at a section at our diamond painting kit with 80 different colors and expect our tired minds to feel relaxed by it. So the reason why our projects end up tucked away in a closet or even go unfinished is not a lack of discipline. It's because you haven't run a stash diagnosis. Once you see it this way, everything changes. Every single project in your collection naturally fits into a specific energy requirement. So if you try to force a high focus project onto an exhausted mind, you trigger instant craft burnout, the exact moment where your beautiful hobby turns into a heavy chore. But you know what? That's not even the most interesting part. The real secret isn't just changing how you craft. It's changing what you craft based on your daily battery percentage. So let's take a look at tier 1, the power save mode. This is for when your battery icon is flashing red. So you've been on for everyone else all day and your nervous system just needs a hug. And this is the time to pull out the heavy color blocking diamond painting canvas. It's what I call passive placement. So you're not searching for symbols, you're not even really thinking. It's just the rhythmic click of the drills in a big field of one color. So what's the win, you might ask? Well, it's not about finishing a section. It's about the tactile act of recharging. Even 15 minutes of this is a victory for your brain. But then this is where it gets crazy because most crafters stop here, except the ones who truly master their craft. Then we have tier 2, the active presence. So you're about 50% energy at this point. You're awake, you're functional, and you want to see some movement on your project. This is what I like to call the cruise control. It's a diamond painting project with a mix of color blocking and some light confetti. At the active presence tier, you have just enough juice to stay engaged with the canvas while catching up on an audiobook or even watching one of my whipping chats. It's the perfect moment when your hands and your brain are finally in sync. But wait, hold on, because if you don't understand this final tier I'm going to share, then you're setting yourself up for creative exhaustion. Tier 3 is system overdrive. This is 80 to 100% peak energy, so the lighting is perfect, your coffee is hot, and you are ready for that confetti chaos diamond painting kit. We're talking 80 plus colors, heavy detail, and color changes that require every ounce of your focus. This is exhilarating when you're fueled up, but can be a complete nightmare when you're running on empty. When we bring a rigid to-do list mindset into our craft space when our battery is sitting at a flat 10%, the joy entirely disappears. So instead of chasing the finish line, what I want you to do is try honoring your energy first. So here's your official homework assignment for today. Look at your current project and ask yourself, what battery percentage does this project actually require? Once you realize it's a tier 3 system override project and you know your own mental battery is sitting at a flashing 10%, your homework is to give yourself permission to set it aside. Don't make the mistake of burning out on your favorite hobby. Pick up a cozy Tier 1 Power Save Mode project instead. And that's exactly why I decided to prepare and kit up this project from Diamond Art Club called Golden Hour. So when I run a stash diagnosis after an exhausting day, I have a project ready to pick up for that Power Save mode. This project brings my total whip count to 3. So I'm curious, where does your battery feel right now? If you're making the mistake of forcing it, comment the word recharge below. Let's normalize resting while we craft. Thank you so much for watching. Class is dismissed. Bye-bye.